Scump goes through, and Scump stands with...
So close, that top courtyard to the left of them. In through the front line, Dashi!
What is this? Hey, Waggy, roll. Thank you guys for the resource, baby. Chico plays. Nah, it's crazy.
Farmer going for the kill. Formal hunt to you. 1v1 situation is all coming over.
The curse has been broken. The dynasty.
Damn. This is fire. This is sick.
Whether you're a
That
fan
Sloss?
of
Hold on. Was that Sloss? What was that? Was that fucking Sloss?
Has been broken. The dynasty has been cemented.
It's Sloss. Look at him. Look at fucking Sloss.
Whether you're a fan of
Legend.
FaZe or the Florida Mutineers, or you're just a filthy casual who's never heard of the greatest like Scump or Doug Sensor Martin, well, here's the video for you, because I present to you with the Call of Duty Esports Iceberg. If you guys don't know how an iceberg video works, at the top of the iceberg are the more well-known stuff about the subject, but as you go deeper and deeper into the depths below, you hear more about the obscure stuff that you might not know about the subject. Full disclosure, this iceberg was not made by me. It's made by this guy on Reddit from 3 years ago, so a huge thanks to him. Also, a lot of the entries on this iceberg are very obscure and deal less with the teams
Zoomaa uplink glitch, bro. Zoomaa uplink glitch, bro. I remember
that
this
kind
shit,
of
bro.
stuff, but more so with the theories and speculation and just
I
random
remember
rumors over
this
the
shit,
years.
bro.
So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and maybe even sub as you enjoy the Call of Duty Esports Iceberg. Sleeveless Sensor. Doug Sensor Martin is certainly a character in the Call of Duty community. He is one of the most tenured and determined pros of all time, and there is nothing that will stop him in his quest to become a Call of Duty World Champion. There's been many memes about Sensor over the years, but one of them is Sleeveless Sensor. As you can tell, Doug Sensor Martin is really ripped. So, in order for him to perform his best, he needs to get loose and put on a sleeveless jersey. With this sleeveless jersey on, he activates his full powers and becomes Doug Sensor Martin, the man we all know and love. There have been comparisons over the years of him wearing a sleeveless jersey to him not, and how the stats match up, and it's safe to say that he performs his best with the sleeves off. Online champs. During the inaugural season of the CDL in 2020, the pandemic spread throughout the world, leaving Call of Duty competition to be played online. Although many hoped that at least COD Champs, the most prestigious event of the season, would be played on LAN, it was confirmed that Champs would take place online. With the decision came many controversies over stuff like formatting and connection. Some pros even stated that the entire event could have gone differently if they were in a location with better connection. At the end of the day, the Dallas Empire took the championship home as well as its $2 million. But still to this day, many fans say that the results would have looked different on LAN.
Dallas Empire, get it done.
Ake's broken thumb. In the opening event of the 2014 Advanced Warfare season, the one and only Slayer and McLovin himself, Ake, suffered a thumb injury that had him rushed to the ER to get 11 stitches in his right thumb. However, with Doug Sensor Martin beside him, he pushed on and battled one match at a time. With Optic on the other side of the stage in the grand finals, he gave him all the motivation he needed to defeat the Green Wall and take home the championship.
I still can't believe Pat did that shit, bro. Nah, Pat was different for that.
GAs. GAs, which stand for Gentlemen Agreements, are a term used by the community when the pros decide amongst each other to ban something in the game that they deem overpowered or cheesy, although it's still officially available in the pro rule set to use. Some examples over the years include weapons like sniper rifles in Cold War, and smoke grenades in multiple titles over the past few seasons. Of course, I can't forget about both the Rampart and the Volk, which were both respectively used for one event and were discovered by a singular team before that event, and that gun led them to victory, and right after that event, the gun was GA'd. Both times.
Bust the Rampart.
However, there have been times where people have, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, broken GAs, like Smokes of the Vanguard Kickoff Classic. Also snaking, a mechanic where people crouch up and down over and over again, making it hard to see their character and kill them, has been a mechanic that was previously GA'd and frowned upon. However, over the past couple of seasons, people have broken more and more to the point of it being used by almost all the pros, and at this point, if you're not snaking, you're hurting your team.
I stand up and I look at the monitors, I'm like, yo, can you stop fucking snaking? I was like, you're being fucking weird. Like, you keep doing this shit. I'm breaking all GAs and like doing whatever. And he just looks at me in the straightest face and straightest tone, and just says, you can do it too, phase up. And he does the fucking phase thing with his hands. And I pretty much just lost full. I'm pretty sure after that game I got up and I just packed my shit back to the hotel. I just said, nah, dude, I'm not doing this shit with this kid.
Shut the fuck up, Jesus.
Bro, you know what's crazy about that story is I don't think it ever. I don't think that story is real. I think Formal was just making up a story. You know what I mean? Because apparently MC never said that. Apparently he never said that. But who knows, bro? Who knows, bro? I don't even know. Some people say W cap. Yeah, W cap from Formal right there.
Jesus Christ, what do you think? I just jumped off the map?
Optic Van. Optic vs Unite 2013 was set to be an epic matchup.
Is that what me and
With the final
Clay
few
were
seconds
arguing?
of the CTF coming in, the score is 3-2 in favor of
what me
Optic.
and Clay were
Yet
arguing.
it looked like Unite was about to score a flag to tie it up. But that's when the GOAT himself, Big Timer, was graced by God himself to explode the van that is right next to the enemy team. In the process, killing the flag carrier and winning the match for Optic. The van has since been renamed the Optic Van due to its importance in the map. God bless the Optic Van. Baldashy. One of the most iconic Call of Duty casters of all time, Maven, goes by another alias, Baldashy. This is due to the 38-year-old phenom having an unbelievably accurate shot in-game, much like Big Brucey, aka Batman, aka Dashy himself. Awakening Cronus. As the 2020 CDL season transitioned to online play, Awakening, a promising amateur player at the time, joined the Florida Mutineers. The team immediately found success off the back of Awakening.
Wow, the Mutineers are forced to be reckoned with.
Which left people wondering if he could be cheating since he seemed so aware, and cheating in COD was very prevalent at the time. Even pros like Slacked and Crimsix accused the man of using cheats such as a Cronus.
Crim, I'll get to talk about the producers about the MVP
Awakening
thing,
POV.
man.
Awakening POV.
Awakening POV?
Yo,
Which, to keep it
Porter
simple, is a
dumb,
device that
bro.
you can plug into your PlayStation and
Porter
install
is
hacks and
fucking
cheats
dumb.
on. These accusations were never proved though. However, years later, when a setting emerged that helped players hear footsteps more easily, called Sound EQ, and is spread throughout the scene, it left people wondering if maybe Awakening knew about it all along. Auto Sprint. Once again, another MW19 controversy. Auto Sprint is a setting that has been in every game since MW 2019.
Not the auto sprint.
It's a setting where when enabled, it makes you automatically sprint when moving forward. There's also another form called Auto Tag Sprint, which when moving forward makes you tactical sprint, which is a faster form of sprinting that requires 2 clicks of the button instead of 1, like a normal sprint. The pros agreed to GA both of these settings, as the setting effectively gave you free movement, but with the league being online, it was almost impossible to tell if someone was using it for a competitive advantage. None other than Crimsix himself was caught using it in scrims in what he called an experiment to prove how hard it was to tell if a player had it on.
I just think it's funny the person that did it. Oh. Like 27, brother.
Yeah, I'm not.
27 breaking GAs.
I'm not fucking.
The fuck?
There are still questions to this day on whether certain people are using it online and if it should be allowed due to the potential danger and distress that having players sprint over and over again can cause to players' hands. Ponytail Clay. Before he was a 3-time world champion, a part of the Cole dynasty, and was 56 years old and called Grayster, Clayster was an absolute Chad. I present to you with the man, the myth, the legend, Ponytail Clay. Personally, I would love to see him bring it back for old time's sake, and apparently he agrees.
You ever consider bringing the ponytail back?
Often.
Often?
Yeah.
For every like and sub this video gets, there's a
Yeah,
1%
bro.
better chance of him bringing it back for the MW3 season. WWE Superstar. Honestly, I'm not too sure what this one could be referring to. It could be referencing how COD Esports is often called the WWE of Esports because all the explosive personalities and all that. Here are just a few examples out of hundreds of clips.
Oh no, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Who can't anchor, Damon? Who can't anchor? Hey, look at my bank account. Look at my bank account. Look at my bank account. What are you doing? You're watching. You're sitting here watching. My bank account.
Secure their place at
Dude.
playoffs.
What the fuck is this, bro? This is hilarious.
It also could be this random video I found of WWE stars playing Infinite Warfare, but I kind of doubt that. And it might be this clip of John Cena roasting a kid for keeping him as quote-unquote noob status on Black Ops 2.
You're the 10th level prestige that's keeping me at noob status on Black Ops 2, aren't you?
Also, I just find it funny how this website thought that Scump was actually the one in the video, and they didn't even think for one.
I've never seen that clip of John Cena. I've never ever saw that. Have you guys ever seen that clip before? I've never heard that. That is hilarious.
Maybe, like, look up a picture of Scump or think that a 17-year-old wouldn't look like that. But yeah, I guess anything for clicks nowadays. Guys, I made a mistake.
No.
So as I was watching this video for a later entry in the Iceberg, I heard this, which is definitely what the entry was referring to.
I hate when you say dumb shit like that, you ponytail bitch, you fucking WWE star.
DDoS and Kenny. Once again, we go back to COD Champs
no.
2020. Now, whether it be due to the $100,000 prize to any fan who correctly predicted the winner of every series, including the map counts, or it was just some loser troll whose mom doesn't like him at all, somebody decided to DDoS OGLA player Kenny. If you don't know what a DDoS attack is, a DDoS is a form of cyber attack where your connection to a particular network is flooded with requests. Because of the congestion, your connection becomes overloaded and you get kicked from what you were attempting to access.
This guy's
This can
breaking
be
it
used to
down,
force
bro.
players out of games, as all the attacker needs is their IP address and some technical know-how. In both maps 1 and 4 in their series versus the Los Angeles Guerrillas, Kenny was booted offline a few minutes into the match, meaning that the rest of the team would have to continue 4v5 in those maps. Don't forget this was in their most important match of the season, and if they lose it, their season will be over. Not wanting to take the risk of Kenny disconnecting in the middle of the last map, OGLA decided to sub in Dashy for the S&D. And in one of the most epic performances ever put on by a substitute, Dashy went 9-7 and had some crucial snaps to win the series for the team. This was followed by one of the coldest tweets in Call of Duty competitive history.
Yo, that's probably the best tweet ever, bro.
Get your hands. Lil Sack equals Tiny Terrors. Back in the Black Ops 2 days when Nadeshot was first exploding onto the internet, he met this 13-year-old kid with the gamertag Lil Sack. He made a couple of videos with the kid where Nate brightened Lil Sack's day up after some rough games of League play.
Dude, you suck. Bumblebee and The Rock, you guys did pretty well too.
Yo, why was his name Lil Sack? Like,
the theory goes that since the ages sort of line up with the Tiny Terrors ages, which is a nickname for the duo of Simp and Abeezy due to their tiny appearance to terrorizing gameplay, Lil Sack might be one of the two after all. Now, I wish this one was true, but I kinda doubt it to be honest. While not much is known about Lil Sack today, he made a Twitter account a couple years back, and Nate even shared some messages that the two had on Xbox almost 5 years after they originally met.
no way, that's
MLG.TV.
crazy.
Settle in, guys, because
That's
this is
crazy.
long.
That's what she said.
Started by Major League Gaming, one of the OG esports innovators that were most popular from the 2000s to early 2010s, that hosted many tournaments for a plethora of games, and even owns game battles, MLG.TV was a streaming platform meant to rival Twitch. It started in 2013, and many Opti Gaming players like Scump and Nadeshot signed to stream exclusively on the platform, which forced other pros to join them since the league was run by MLG. Even PewDiePie started streaming episodes of his series Broken exclusively on MLG.TV. The downfall of the site came when there just simply wasn't enough of an audience to keep the pros around once their contracts expired. And with the CWL being created, it meant that Call of Duty itself would host its own leagues and tournaments for the game, so MLG wouldn't be involved nearly as much. And on top of this, MLG was bought by Activision themselves, resulting in it being sucked up by Activision and not being used much. The pros came back to stream on Twitch, and the last tournament that I could remember being streamed on MLG.TV was COD Champs 2018. Today, MLG TV is dead, and when you try searching for it, it redirects you to Battle.net. Some pros to this day still think about what would have happened to COD Esports if the league never went to
That's actually
MLG
kinda
and just
crazy.
stayed on Twitch.
What would have happened if Nadeshot and Seth didn't have to go to MLG TV during Ghosts, right? Because that was when Call of Duty they were big on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That was like a huge deal, and all of us had to too, right? Like every pro that played in the league had to stream on MLG.TV, but we had to.
I streamed
you
on
had to play if you were
MLG.TV.
in the league. You had to play on that. So anyone that was getting into Call of Duty would go to Twitch or YouTube probably, and they were probably typing it in. They were like, "Where did it just go?"
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
After Seth and Nate were like making it a big, like setting the bar for where it could go, you know?
That's actually a good point.
Where would Call of Duty be if that
low-key,
didn't happen? Who knows?
If that was just a Twitch run that whole time.
Yeah, because if the whole time
That
it was
would've
on
been
Twitch,
crazy.
who knows what would have happened?
MLG gives Optic better seating. There's no proof for this one as far as I know, but since a bunch of the older tournaments were hosted by MLG, they would give Optic a better seating, at least theoretically, which meant that they would play worse teams and get further in tournaments. Therefore, viewership would be higher since Optic is by far the most popular team, and this would benefit
Jay
MLG
was always
monetarily
screaming
with
in those
everything that
booths,
comes
bro.
with viewerships like ads and potential sponsor deals. Honestly, it sounds believable, so if anybody has any evidence of any of this, then feel free to comment it down below. Envy throwing at X Games.
Nah,
So back when Call of Duty was played at the X Games in 2014, Optic and Envy matched up in group play, with the winner having to play Evil Geniuses, who was the first real Call of Duty Dynasty team, that is formerly known as Complexity before being bought by EG. Their pure dominance at the COD season caused teams to legitimately be scared to play them, so the theory states that Envy didn't try against Optic, so that they wouldn't have to play against EG in the first round of the bracket. Ironically, Optic ended up beating EG when they matched up and going on to win the tournament, while Envy and EG battled each other for third place, in which EG won.
And Optic Gaming wins it!
Embos was right. In this legendary video, Clayster vs. Embos, the roast of Optic Gaming, posted by Nade Chat with the Optic lineup of Clay, Embos, Scump, and Nade, somebody forgot to take their medicine because Clay and Money B got into a hilarious argument over a play that Embos made. I'll just leave the clip for you guys to hear yourselves.
They can get them both. They can get them both. They can get them both.
Oh, it's fucking over.
No, it's not. Money B.
Dude, he's just camping right there. Why are you running out? There's 12 seconds, Embos.
Shut the fuck up. They were all on our base.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's about to capping it regardless. Retard.
Embos
No,
needs
they
to
won't. Retard.
Clay needs to take his medicine, dog.
Dude, oh my god, bro.
This entry says that Embos was right the whole time,
What the
and even the
fuck?
9-year-old YouTube comments agree.
Yo, what
Yoshi
the
fakes
fuck?
cancer. This shit's wild. So apparently there was this kid in the comp
Nah,
community
this video
named
is
Yoshi
getting
back in
deep,
the BO2
bro.
and Ghost
What
era.
the
No, not that Yoshi. That allegedly did some pretty crappy stuff. While I have no proof of any of the following allegations, the whole community seemed to have absolutely hated this guy's guts and vouched for him taking part in some very scummy behavior. What he's allegedly done includes, but is not limited to, pretended to have cancer to play with pros, used JTAG Xboxes to win GB matches. In other words, he cheated, lied to Killa about meeting his friend, lied about his age, sold people early copies of Ghost and never gave it to them, and just overall seemed like a weird and annoying person.
Oh, this guy was a fucking menace, bro. Holy shit, this kid was a menace. Bro, this guy Yoshi used to be at the locals I used to go to in Jersey. He was at locals selling CDs and shit.
When I searched up this entry on Twitter, I even found an old Methodist tweet about Yoshi. After reading about all this, it's safe to say that the COD community was truly wild back in the day.
Look at this. What the fuck?
Zoomaa uplink glitch.
Oh no.
Thanks to Reddit, by the way, for being a huge source in this entry.
No, bro.
In this clip from an AW uplink match in 2015 between Denial and TK, Zoomaa is seen seemingly throwing the uplink ball into the point and going up a point. But after having the match ended, he argued with the refs and claimed that he dunked it in, which should have given 2 points. Apparently, Denial ended up winning the game by 2 points, but people argued about whether Zoomaa was lying to the ref or if he truly experienced a glitch and took away a whole point from him.
Let me tell you something.
While in the VOD, it looks pretty clear to me that Zoomaa threw only getting 1 point from a dunk.
On top of you, you can get that.
Nah, this some AI. Nah, this some AI defense. This some AI defense. Nah, this defense AI. You can't, God, we can't believe everything we see on the internet these days, bro.
But in
You
the
know
3
what I
times
mean?
this clip, it also kind of looks
You know
like
what
he
I'm
died right
saying?
before dunking, so maybe there is no glitch after all. Apparently, Zoomaa also tweeted something along the lines of, TK gave us 2 free points. That was nice of them. But that tweet has since been taken down. The evidence definitely seems to go against the Italian stallion, so spam Aluba in the comments down below.
Wait, what is that, bro? Nah, what the hell is
The
that?
evidence definitely seems to go against the Italian stallion, so spam Aluba in the...
Chad, what is this, bro? Nah, Chad, what the fuck is this? Yo, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy, bro. No way, bro. No fucking way.
The comments down below.
Yeah,
Optic
this is
Van was
hilarious.
playing.
This video is fucking
Y'all are
hilarious.
joking, right?
This
Optic
video
was
is actually
crazy.
comedy, bro.
John, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yo.
Once known as one of the top SMG players in the game, second to and even right alongside Scump in a couple of
Yeah,
titles.
not the fucking
John was once
Luigi,
known as
bro.
a top
That's
Call of
actually
Duty pro.
fucking insane.
He first started playing in 2011 all the way in Black Ops 1, and even won a world championship in 2016
fucking
with
want
Team
it
Envy.
though, man.
However, after the Black Ops 4 season and with the introduction of the CDL and franchising in 2020, John was noticeably absent from any of the rosters. This is what Crone, aka CDL Intel, who's a very credible leaker in the community, said regarding to him. As we all know,
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It took me a long time to make. Well, Albini, is this your video? Wait, is this your video, Albini?
easy. John.
Oh, it is, yo. It is your video. Hey, bro. Hey, the video's fire, bro. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I had to skip through a few parts because, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like some things we don't got to bring up.
John is
You know
on
what
it.
I'm saying? Out of respect. But, yeah, bro, I'm enjoying the video, bro. I'm enjoying the fucking video, bro. W video in the chat. W vid in the chat, bro. And that cheating shit, I don't know, bro. In real time, I thought I dunked that shit, bro. But then, like, later looking back on it, I was like, yo, I low-key threw that shit, bro. Like, I don't even know how to fuck. Like, in real time, I thought I dunked it. You know what I mean? So I was wrong there. I wasn't trying to cheat, though. I didn't have bad
My starting
intentions.
roster, and to my knowledge, he isn't going to
I
be
didn't
a
have bad
substitute
intentions,
either.
bro.
Over
You
the
guys
last few
know
months,
I'm
I've had
not a
multiple
cheater,
sources
bro.
come to me and
Like-
tell me the reason behind John not competing is because he has been banned for an incident that happened during the BO4
I'm not a
season.
cheater, guys. I
The length
promise.
of the rumored ban is uncertain on my end, but I believe it's only for year 1 in the CDL. Without evidence, the rumored incident is not
And I
something
got
I'm
karma
comfortable
for
with
it
putting out there
for the
to
4 and
public.
23 when my
Now, the
setup
rumors
was
that did
fucked
emerge
up and the
eventually
referee
are
told me to
very
go fuck
sensitive, but
myself.
allegedly
I
it has
got
something
karma
to do
for
with
that.
Adderall. which is a very big problem in competitive Call of Duty.
You know what
and
I'm
the
saying? I
broader
got
esports
karma.
community as a whole.
I got bad karma
So
for
nothing
that.
has been confirmed to this day, but John did make a brief return in the 2021 and 2022 CDL seasons.
That's cap? Wait, me going 4-23 was cap? Oh yeah, you guys are probably right. Actually, you guys are probably right. That was cap. Me going 4-23. You're right, guys. That was cap. That was cap.
Legion, respectively.
You're right. You're right,
Unfortunately,
man.
he
You're
didn't
right.
perform to the same standard
You're
that he
right,
was
guys. You're
previously
right.
held to,
It's
and was dropped
deep
off of both rosters. He has since played in a couple of challenges tournaments, and I, along with a lot of the community, hope to see the John of old return one day. Blue Ethernet cables. The whole theory of being across the stage from the other team but performing worse due to having a setup that just feels weird and has a bit of relay has always been a popular one.
Yo, is
Whether
that
it be a bad
Tank?
PS4, a bad monitor, or a
that
bad
Maddie?
Cronus, these other excuses can make their own entries. Some pros just show up and get smoked, so they blame it on something that they cannot
That's
control.
hilarious.
I can't fucking compete! I just can't fucking compete!
And no one knows if they're right or not. But let me introduce you guys to the Call of Duty World Champion, legend, and conspiracy theorist himself, Adam Killa Sauce.
Got him! Let's go!
While he may not play pro anymore and only occasionally streams, his clips of blaming
Lost
external
is
factors
hilarious.
for his losses are some of the best out there. Sometimes it's a guy having a better camo giving him extra damage,
It's his camo, T. We lost because of his camo, bro.
but other times it's the color of the cable, as Killa says here.
Back of the Ethernet cables, mine is gray and my whole team's is blue. Yeah. And I'm looking at the other teams and they got a whole different color. Their shit's like teal. Wait, what am I doing?
Yeah. He kind of has a good point though. He's got a good point though.
Can I get a professional LAN setup?
Mayo equals sluggish. Unfortunately, I don't have any video evidence of this clip, and if you guys have it, please make sure to comment it down below because I really want to watch it. But here's the quote.
Yeah, he
and
said,
I'm
"Can
gonna
I
try
get a
to recreate it
professional
in
LAN
Killa's voice.
setup?" Like what the
When I and Mayo do it, it makes me so sluggish. Scump going to Envy to sabotage. On January 7th, 2014, following UMG Philadelphia, where the team of Scump, Nade, Big Timer, and Merc lost to none other than a young attach for a top 12 placing. Scump announced that he'd be leaving Optic after a falling out between him and Nate occurred. He even messaged Nate after driving off in the middle of the night saying,
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
He joined Team Envy with a roster of himself, Merc, Proofy, and Gunjar. Scump went on to
was
say
so
to Twitter,
crazy, bro.
pretty insane how one player and a team house can corrupt a championship team and change motives. Good luck to Optic, but I was very unhappy. And we later found out that the player he was talking about was Nadeshot. 2 weeks later, on January 20th,
they were
Scump
beefing
announced
hard,
that he was
bro.
leaving Envious to return to Optic Gaming.
They were beefing hard.
You're leaving Envy to rejoin Optic.
He went on to say never should have left in the first place, and that he can't see himself anywhere else but the hashtag green wall. Now that's the story of Scump leaving and rejoining Optic, but how did he sabotage
That's
them,
crazy.
as the entry says? Looking at Envy's placements before the move, they also placed top 12 at UMG Philly and just weren't playing well beforehand.
That's my
When
first
Scump
event.
joined them, Rambo was moved to be a coach, but was reinstated as a player when Scumpy left him. Goon and Proofy also left the team, leaving Merc and Rambo to build a team, so they got Nameless and Steady. This group went on to play second at COD Champs, beating Optic with Scump in the process. More changes were made and Rambo retired, but Envy also won 2 championships near the end of the season, so overall it's safe to say that this theory is officially debunked.
Nameless
Hey,
was
Nate
so
shot.
happy.
That last rap was weak. Your biceps are tiny, man, even at their peak.
Several Doug's theory. So the original creator of this Iceberg has a theory about Doug Sensor Martin, and he might have convinced me, to be honest. Well, there's Doug, then there's Doug Martin, Doug Sensor
Hilarious,
Martin,
bro.
Sensor, Phase Sensor, Doug Phase Sensor Martin, etc. You can't tell me he hasn't been cloned. He's odd as hell. And then in the reply it says, Phase Sensor Douglas. Oh my god, it never stops. Somebody shut the program down. Shut down Doug. Stop it. Big T allowed Aches to beat his championship
Bro.
record.
That's where he's the GOAT!
Before he became the stock investor and trader that he's known for today, Big Timer was the best Call of Duty player in the world for the first few years in competitive COD's history. He amassed 14 championships during his career that spanned from COD 4 all the way to Ghosts. As the Call of Duty GOAT, Big T retired after UMG Philly, and the entry says that it was because he felt bad for Aches and wanted to allow him to beat his record. He soon accomplished this feat on the Complexity and EG Dynasty. Optic owns MLG. For the final entry of the Iceberg, we have this theory that Optic owns MLG, Major League Gaming. Now, I hate to be anticlimactic, but after looking through Google, Twitter, YouTube, and even Reddit, I've only found one tweet from some random guy. Now, if I had to guess what the theory is talking about, it's probably referring to since Optic was the most popular team back in the MLG it is, and still is, they were treated better than others. However, there's no proof for that as far as I know. And that concludes all the entries in the Iceberg. Thank you so much for anybody who's clicked on the video, and even if you watch the whole thing, extra special thanks to all you guys, because y'all are the real MVPs. Also, if any of the pros or content creators from the community happen to be watching this video, then I really appreciate it, especially Tactical Rab, Zoomaa, and any of the Optic creators, especially Scump. All of you guys have really inspired me and really kept me invested in the scene, and I would not be watching Call of Duty content or creating it now if it wasn't for you guys. And just know that this video took me around about 50 hours of scripting, researching, editing, finding clips, using voiceovers. It was definitely a long time coming, and I really appreciate all you viewers. You know, I've been watching competitive Call of Duty for around about 5 years, and I've always wanted to make content about it, and I saw this Iceberg on Reddit, and it gave me an idea, and I'm happy that I did it. And for all you guys who enjoyed it, thank you guys so much.
Hey, that's
I am aware that there was another Call of Duty Esports Iceberg Reddit post made a few weeks back. Coincidentally.
Hey, what the hell? Nah, this is fucking crazy. Nah. Yo. Albini, what the fuck is that? Come on, bro. Come on, man. You already got me with the Luigi. Then we gotta get. You already saw me in 4. You already caught me in 4K. Come on, bro. Come on. What are we doing now?
As I was making this video.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you guys enjoy this video a lot,
yeah, you can do it. I'm just kidding.
I might have to visit that Iceberg. So yeah, if you guys don't mind liking and subbing, I'd really appreciate it.
Listen.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I don't really know. First of all, fire video. I don't really know though. You should make something on the 4 and 23 thing so people are educated on what happened that day. People need to be educated on what's going on that day. Okay. Second off, yo, shout out to Albini, bro. This guy's the GOAT, bro. This guy's the GOAT. Go show him some love, chat. I'm gonna thumbs him up. I'm gonna hit him with a subscribe as well. I'm gonna hit him with a subscribe. Shout out to you, bro. That was a fire video, man. Fire video. And you put a lot of passion, a lot of energy into there, bro. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Guys, this is a fire video. Shout out to Albini, man. Shout out to Albini.